6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
Get more out of your mornings on Fox Sports Radio. They do sports.
He likes football.
They do life, but mostly they do themselves.
Or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Number one on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINC AM Miami, WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
Hello. Nice job, Ahmed. Welcome. We're live from Lone Depot Park in beautiful Miami, Florida. On a special Sunday afternoon, you're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. It's Fox Sports 940 Miami. It's game 130 of 162. Jeff Conine, Jim Leland, and Jack McKeon were 3 of the 4 Marlins Legends Hall of Fame inductees this season. The final one will be enshrined today. It is 2003 World Series champion, the all-time leader in games played, hits, runs scored, and the owner of the longest hit streak in franchise history at 35 games. Luis Castillo, he will get his flowers today in a beautiful plaque to celebrate the impact on the organization. We will have coverage throughout the show. He will also join the program in just a few minutes. But the task at hand, Game 3, the series finale between the 76 and 54 Toronto Blue Jays and your now 60 and 69 Miami Marlins. Yuri Perez, he will look to salvage a series this afternoon. It takes the hill for the Marlins for the 14th time this season. Perez will go opposite Kevin Gausman, 34-year-old right-hander, in season 13 in the show. We get going at 1:40 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your day. With Jack McMullen and Gabby Sanchez, I'm Steven Strom. We got a fabulous show for you ahead. We're going the distance, and we thank you for your participation. We first will open with the most sports radio-y topic of all time. Who's the next quad of Marlins Legends Hall of Famers for next year? It has been so much fun to do this throughout the season. We'll get to that in just a few seconds. Luis Castillo, I said more before, will join the program in segment 2. We'll get to that account with Perez and Gausman. Jack and Gabby will jump in for some headlines. Plus, I need some answers on who the class should look like next year. Our Expo question at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to Victor. So let's open it up here. Luis Castillo will be inducted into Marlins Legend Hall of Fame. This guy played for 15 years, finished with 1,889 career hits. He was a career 290 hitter, but we're talking about his time with the Marlins. 2003 World Series champion. I know what you're thinking. See, but what about 1997? He technically wasn't on the roster. He was in the minors at that time because he had a heel injury in the middle of the season, but he did, in fact, get a ring. He wore one of them today. It looked blingy. It looked shiny. It looked awesome, his 2003 ring. But Castillo, a 3-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover. He won the stolen base title in the National League at one point in his career. But what a 15-year run it was for Luis Castillo. Most notably known for his 35-game hit streak, which we get into with our interview. But he's also had some pretty incredible, storylines, some highlights to his career. The Steve Bartman situation in Chicago. Do you know that was Luis Castillo who fouled that ball off, or what looked like a Lou could have gotten to that ball? He was part of that. So it's pretty cool. He also was one of the very few players in Major League Baseball history where your first hit was a home run. He was also the first ever non-born American to get his hit streak to 35 games. And I want to share this list with you, okay? Here's the company that Luis Castillo joined when he did collect 35 hits in a row in consecutive games. So we know Joe DiMaggio, he is the leader here at 56 games, 94. I don't think anyone is going to beat that. But the company for Luis Castillo, so Joe DiMaggio in 1941, 56 games. Pete Rose, 44 games, 1978. Ty Cobb, 40 games, 1911. Paul Molitor, 39 games, 1987. Jimmy Rollins, 38 games. There's Luis Castillo at 35 games in 2002. I thought that was a tremendous list to be a part of. 954-862-4904. What is your next class of Marlins Hall of Famers? We're not actually taking calls. I'm just really playing into this sports radio-y thing. All in all, before we get to Castillo, I do want to shout out just the Marlins organization for a second for spotlighting these four: Jack McKeon, Jim Leyland, Jeff Conine, and now Luis Castillo. These guys were fundamental in this organization, bringing 2 World Series championships to the Miami Marlins and the Florida Marlins at the time. It has been honestly a privilege to be able to speak with all 4 of these individuals, to have them on the radio, to share their story, because for people, I'm 27. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how many people that are just regular fans know the impact that Luis Castillo had on this organization, that Jack McKeon, that Jim Leyland. And I know Jim Leyland, he managed at different places, Detroit, Pittsburgh, but still, it has been sensational to be able to have these people in the ballpark, to have their jerseys up there, to have the plaques, to have the conversations. This is baseball. It's history, and it's part of sharing the story. Congratulations to Luis Castillo. We will step aside right now. I've got a one-on-one with Castillo. He is with his family. He looks awesome. Looks like he can still play. We'll break here. We're playing baseball at 1:40, but today is about Luis Castillo. We're back in 2 with him on the Marlins Radio Network.
Plus human.
0-1. Sanoja with the ground ball over to short. So Jay-Z flips to second for 1, on to first, dug out by Contreras in time for the double play, but the run does come in to score. It's not productive from an RBI perspective. There are 2 men gone, but the Fish are on the board. It's 1-0 Marlins in the bottom of the 7th.
Like Citi Field fall.
Yep.
And Atlanta.
First pitch, that one a liner up the gut, rolling right through into center field. It plates 2 more. Marcy in from third, Augustine around. He scores from second. Ball rolls back into the infield, and Heriberto Hernandez has a multi-hit, 2 RBI day. He makes it 3-0 Fish in the bottom of the 3rd. Extended from the letters. And payoff again. That one a bouncing ball up the middle. That one is through for a base hit. They're going to wave Hicks around. Nootbaar's throw is going to third. It beats Hernandez by plenty. They tag him out there, but Hicks does come in to score. It's an RBI single for Troy Johnston, and there's some more breathing room for the Fish. It's 4-1 Marlins in the bottom of the 5th. Acosta hits high in the air, out to center and deep. Nootbaar is back at the track, and it's gone! Maximo, the first hit of his career, is a big fly. Maximo Acosta, 418 feet later, is in the hit column. And it's 5-2 Marlins in the bottom of the 6th. Someone get him that baseball.
Now.
Here's the pitch. And it's cut on and missed. Sandy is fired up. It was perfect. A sinker at 93, dove to the lower inside edge. It's a season high. 9 punch-outs for Sandy Alcantara, and he looks like Cy Sandy tonight.
The superhero movers.
Well, we are honored to be joined here by Luis Castillo here on Marlins On Deck. Steven Strom getting you ready for the series finale. First of all, congratulations. Thank you so much for the time. What a career that you had. You are the leader in this organization in hits, games played, 35-game hit streak. Let's start with just Miami, this organization. What comes to mind when you come back with your family to be inducted into the Marlins Legends Hall of Fame?
Well, I feel great. I feel great because I'm on signing with the Marlins. My first signing, what I have, that's for the Marlins. And I play all my career, most the Marlins. That's the team. Give me the opportunity. The team I love. I love the city, Miami. That's why I still live here in Miami. So, and I don't have like any complaint for this team. I'm very proud because the Marlins remind me how we do with me. Being in the Marlins Hall of Fame, that's special for me. That's special for me.
Let's start with the 35-game hit streak. What was the secret? How did you get to 35 consecutive games with a hit?
Well, let me say, when I started my history, so I start think about it when I have 21.
Why 21?
Because that's why I said that people like, oh no, you got 20 games. You know, sometimes I'm in the dugout, say, hey, you have to get a hit. When I got 0 for 2, I said you have to get a hit because you got 20 games. That's what I remember. That, but the thing is, when I go play, I try to make it team help some win some game. I try to play hard. I don't like to think about numbers. So anything I like to do, I like to play hard. So when you play hard, everything comes.
Luis Castillo with us now. You are one of 4 that has been inducted. Jim Leyland, Jeff Conine, Jack McKeon. What is that like to be inducted with those guys?
I feel so great, so honored because that kind of group the Marlins selects is the group have to deserve. This group is great people, great manager, great teammate, and I feel good because we are friends. We are friends. We are teammates, and I feel good because I be with that group in the Miami Hall of Fame.
What do you remember from the World Series?
I remember a lot of things. I remember last game, Josh Beckett, throw excellent game. The how we do, how easy he pitched that game. So that's what I more remember. That's the game 7. So that's never forget. When I see the last out and win the World Series, especially in the Yankee Stadium.
Luis, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations again. Luis Castillo, congratulations to him, Jeff Conine, Jim Leyland, and Jack McKeon. We'll break. We'll get you out of the count next. 1:40 first pitch on the Marlins Radio Network.
But after the mound visit, the first pitch, Troy loops it into center. That is in for a base hit. Wagaman held for a minute. He will hold at third base. Hicks comes in to score. Fisher on the board. Runners at the corners. It's an RBI single from Johnston, and it's 4-1 Toronto in the bottom of the 7th. On the way. And that one drilled down the left field line. It's in for a base hit, and it rolls into the corner. Wagaman scores from third. Johnston around third. Relay throw coming home. Bichette fires to the plate. The tag is in time.
Not really close.
1-0 pitch. That one a line shot up the gut. That's in for a base hit. They're waving Hobby. The throw goes to third, so Sanoja will come in to score. It's an RBI pinch hit single for Lopez, and it's a 1-run game. First pitch to Javier Sanoja on the way. And that one line, that's into left center for a base hit, and the game is tied. Sanoja ties it up. This guy is on fire right now. We're knotted at 4. He reached out, he met it, and a little liner up the gut. Makes it a 4-4 ball game. Hill in from third, and there's one away. 0-1. Marcy swings. He lines it out to left center field. Barso on the move. He won't get there. Otto comes in to score. Marcy gunning for second. And he's in there sliding. He's got an RBI double. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of the 10th. And Jacob Marcy is in scoring position with one away for Augustine Ramirez.
and impair your judgment. On a motorcycle, that's the difference between cruising home or crashing hard. Ride smart, ride sober, or get pulled over. If you hit the bottle, don't roll the throttle. This message is brought to you by NHTSA.
Hey, this is Xavier Edwards here, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Back here at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Luis Castillo signed on August 19th, 1992. Signed as a non-drafted free agent, 10 seasons with Miami, over 1,800 hits, and a World Series champion in 2003. Tommy Hutton is making a speech and delivering it for Luis Castillo, who will be the final member of this 2025 class in the Marlins Legends Hall of Fame. Steven Strom here. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Little Sunday sermons here. Marlins looking to get back on track today against the Toronto Blue Jays. It'll be Kevin Gausman who will go opposite Yuri Perez at 140. Let's get you ahead the count. We'll start with Gausman, 34-year-old right-hander in season 13 in the show. Year 4 with Toronto, a two-time All-Star, 8-9 this year, a 3.78 ERA, 147 and 2/3 innings pitched, 25 starts. In his last one on Monday in Pittsburgh, allowed 2 runs over 5 frames. He allowed just 1 extra base hit. Since the All-Star break, Kevin Gausman has produced a 2.61 ERA, back-to-back 30-plus start years. A guy that posts, we talked about Barrios yesterday, Kevin Gausman. I mean, it's a big deal to do this. 30 starts in general is a big deal. To do it in 4 straight years is pretty taboo at this point. Career-wise against Miami, 8 games, 7 starts, 4-1, a 1.96 ERA, 41 1/3 innings pitched. Some nuggets for you on Kevin Gausman. He's primarily a 2-pitch guy. A 4-seamer at 54% of the time, and a split finger at 37% of the time. He's got this hunched posture. He's a little bit goofy. He's a big guy, 6'4". He has a low arm angle. He's got reverse splits as well. Righty's hitting 244, which isn't entirely great on a batting average perspective, with a 693 OPS, which is also not great. But you look from the left side, lefty's hitting 176 with a 574 OPS. Difficult challenge, trying to figure out that splitter. He tunnels it well with that 4-seamer. Gausman will go opposite Yuri Perez, 22-year-old right-hander. He'll make his 14th start of the season. He's 5-3 with a 3.48 ERA, 64 2/3 innings pitched. He did not factor on Monday against St. Louis. Allowed 3 runs, 1 of them earned on 2 hits, 4 walks over 4 1/3, 6 punch-outs. Perez worked through 4 scoreless innings, but he could not get out of that 5th inning. He did get a haircut. I can confirm it. I went to the clubhouse today. Didn't ask him why, but the locks are out for Yuri Perez, and the fresh summer buzz is in for Mr. Baby Goat. Last 3 starts for Yuri Perez against Atlanta, against Cleveland, and against St. Louis. 14 2/3, 10 earned runs. He's looking to get back on track. 15 Ks to 6 walks. The thing with Yuri, when he gets in trouble, he's not getting a lot of swing and miss. He's walking guys and a lot of foul balls. Can he find that put-away pitch, and can he find the strike zone and avoid those foul balls against this Toronto team that has made a pretty good habit of doing it this year? We've seen him slow down Jansen Junk, and Junk was good yesterday, but really made him work. And then you saw they also made Ryan Gusto work as well. This is a tough lineup that's going to wear you out. It's going to be an interesting challenge for Yuri here against the Toronto Blue Jays. At home, Perez, 5 starts, a 2.08 ERA, 26 innings pitched. This will be his 2nd career start against Toronto. Kevin Gausman, Yuri Perez, they will be our matchup on the mound on this Sunday afternoon. We'll break. We'll talk more Luis Castillo, who is currently being inducted into the Marlins Legends Hall of Fame. 141st pitch, Game 3 coming your way on this Sunday afternoon. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
Plus human.
0-1. Sanoja with the ground ball over to short. So Jay-Z flips to second for 1, on to first, dug out by Contreras in time for the double play, but the run does come in to score. It's not productive from an RBI perspective. There are 2 men gone, but the Fish are on the board. It's 1-0 Marlins in the bottom of the 7th.
Like Citi Field fall.
Yep.
And Atlanta.
First pitch, that one a liner up the gut, rolling right through into center field. It plates 2 more. Marcian from third, Augustine around. He scores from second. Ball rolls back into the infield, and Heriberto Hernandez has a multi-hit, 2 RBI day. He makes it 3-0 Fish in the bottom of the third. Extended from the letters. And payoff again. That one a bouncing ball up the middle. That one is through for a base hit. They're going to wave Hicks around. Nootbaar's throw is going to third. It beats Hernandez by plenty. They tag him out there, but Hicks does come in to score. It's an RBI single for Troy Johnston, and there's some more breathing room for the Fish. It's 4-1 Marlins in the bottom of the fifth. Acosta hits high in the air, out to center and deep. Nootbaar is back at the track, and it's gone. Maximo, the first hit of his career, is a big fly. Maximo Acosta, 418 feet later, is in the hit column. And it's 5-2 Marlins in the bottom of the sixth. Someone get him that baseball.
Now.
Here's the pitch. And it's cut on and missed. Sandy is fired up. It was perfect. A sinker at 93 dove to the lower inside edge. It's a season high.
Unlimited Welcome y AT&T Internet 300 más una línea Unlimited Started SL. Requiere Xfinity Internet. Velocidades reales varían. Velocidades se reducen después del uso de 30 gigabits por línea. Los límites de datos y los ahorros reales varían.
Trying to become the first foreign-born player to have a hit streak of 35 or more. Off the glove. There it is. 35. Another standing O for Louis.
All right, Luis Castillo is being inducted into the Marlins Legend Hall of Fame as we speak. Stephen Strom, Jack McMullen, Gabby Sanchez. So, doing some research today, I wanted to look at really good Marlins players in this organization and how many hits in a row they were able to achieve. I took Gabby Sanchez, his longest hitting streak. Do you know what your longest hitting streak was with the Marlins?
Not many.
Okay, 8. And I took another really good player, Eric Wagaman. Yeah. 12 hits. He had a 12-game hit streak.
Wagatek did?
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, look back in April. 35 hits in a row for Luis Castillo. Gabby, let's start there. Just how remarkable is that when you think about 35 games consecutively collecting a hit?
I mean, it's impressive. There's got to be a lot of things that go with it, right? Like, one, you do have to have some speed. Like, be honest. Like a big boy.
Absolutely.
I got to get it past the infield.
But you ran well, and so does Wags.
I was sneaky every once in a while. But, like, I still had to get mine through the infield for it to be a hit. Like, Castillo was able to chop balls down. Like, so there is kind of techniques in getting those hits, but you're still having to put the ball in play. Do I think 35 is reachable? I think that there are some guys on this team that could do it. Like, I look at Xavier Edwards, a guy with speed, hits the ball around. Like, he go on a streak? But doing it for that many games in a row with the type of pitching nowadays, right? Because before it was a little bit easier, right? You might get a starting pitcher that you're going to go maybe 4 at-bats against that starting pitcher.
Right.
Like, now you're lucky to get 2 at-bats against a starting pitcher, and then you're going to the bullpen and you're having these arms come out that are 97, 98 with sink and run, and it's a little bit different. So it's a little bit harder now to do it. The mindset that you have to have, like day in and day out, of coming into the ball game knowing that you have a hit streak, everybody talking about the hit streak, then you overthinking the hit streak. Like, there's so much that entails to it that it's impressive when you look at guys who can get 20 and above, let alone 30. And then, of course, Joe DiMaggio, I don't think that's like, there's certain things that I don't think are ever going to be broken in this game. Joe DiMaggio, 65, is right at the top. The Pete Rose, 4,200 hits, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's up there. And then Cal Ripken. Like, those 3, I'm like, pretty much untouchable. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Now, you can go pitching and complete games and stuff like that. Those records are never going to get touched.
That's Gabby Sanchez. Yeah, Luis Castillo, the all-time active 35 in a row with the Miami Marlins, but 11th all-time in Major League Baseball. Joe DiMaggio, 56 games in 1941. Jack, I talked to you this morning, and when we do these, these players that have been inducted into the Marlins Legend, for good reason, they've got awesome numbers. But this one in particular, man, I was taken aback by just some of the raw numbers. what popped off the page for you about Castillo's career?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd, so the 30 WAR. Like, you forget that he was a 30-win player over the course of his major league career. That's a lot. Like, pretty much everybody that's gotten to 30 career WAR since he debuted in the mid-'90s, like, is somewhat a household name across baseball. And, like, baseball fans know pretty much all the 30 WAR players. The active 30 WAR players right now, I guarantee you, they are all considered superstars in the game right now. So that number jumped out. Obviously, he was an exceptional defender.
Yep.
He was a career 290 hitter, man. Like, that's the thing that jumps out to me. Like, this guy was flirting with 300 every single year while playing Gold Glove defense at second base. It's funny. There's so much dialogue about, the new age analytical crowd would hate a guy like Luis Castillo. No, they would love a guy like Luis Castillo. And we have a guy very similar to Xavier Edwards. Think about X, but just make him a better defender, and that's who Luis Castillo was.
Yeah, a lot of similarities. You're right. Both switch hitters, both guys that are hit singles. So the next question for you two that I want to pose, hopefully, I don't have confirmation that we're going to do this in 2026. I hope we do, because it's been awesome to learn and spotlight I think the fundamental people and players of this organization.
Yeah.
We put up an Expo question: who's the next Marlin that should be inducted into the Marlins Legend Hall of Fame? I put Josh Johnson, Miguel Cabrera, Dan Ugla, Ricky Nolasco. Miguel Cabrera is crushing it in the polls.
Yeah, he's going to crush it.
Give me a couple of names that come to mind.
Boy, there's a couple good ones. Like, for me, like a Hanley Ramirez should be a guy that is there. Rookie of the year, multiple All-Star. He won a batting title. Like, he was the face of the organization for a very long time. Like, even when I was playing here, he was the face. The Dontrell Willis, I feel like, is another guy that was a face of,
think Marlins?
You go 2003
yes.
World Series. Like, there's guys. Dontrell Willis, like D-Train. People were coming out to see him, and like that was a dude. Another guy, like I'm gonna say, like Jose Fernandez. Like, I feel like he could be an inductee for what he was able to do, what he was able to bring. So there's like a lot of meaning. There's guys on the field right now, like Mike Lowe meant a lot to this organization and what he was able to do. Like, we can go on and on. Like, you start to look around at like the certain guys and you're like, oh, that guy could be the next.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy could be another one. Like, it's cool.
Yeah. I for me personally, like, I side with Miggy and D-Train. Those are the two that really jump out to me. Like, Dontrell Willis, when you close your eyes and think about Marlins baseball, you see that high leg kick from the left side, and you see a guy that could really swing it as a pitcher too. And obviously great personality, that infectious smile. Dontrell Willis was a very great ambassador of the Florida Marlins, and Miguel Cabrera, I mean, he's right there.
Yeah.
Bunch of credit, again, whoever was the pioneer behind this idea. Congratulations, Luis Castillo, Jack McKeon, Jim Leland, and Jeff Conine. Jack and Gabby, excellent stuff per usual, fellas. Let's get one today.
Yeah.
Let's get
we
back.
got to.
Last night hurt for a couple of reasons.
It didn't hurt because I love that baseball game. That was a baseball game.
Okay.
Like, if you're a fan of baseball,
it was a good baseball.
That was a baseball game.
But
that was cool.
it
still hurt.
It hurt because we lost. But
so it did hurt.
But that was a fun. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Like, if we have every game like that, like, that was
my
fun.
Heart won't take it.
It won't take it. But that was fun.
Very fun. Hopefully the fun involves winning today. Jack and Gabby have your call in about 13 minutes. We'll break X-Poll questions, Steve's guarantee, and then we'll see Kevin Gausman and Yuri Perez on the hill. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
But after the mound visit, the first pitch, Troy loops it into center. That is in for a base hit. Wagaman held for a minute. He will hold at third base. Hicks comes in to score. Fisher on the board. Runners at the corners. It's an RBI single from Johnston, and it's 4-1 Toronto in the bottom of the seventh. On the way. And that one drilled down the left field line. It's in for a base hit, and it rolls into the corner. Wagaman scores from third. Johnston around third. Relay throw coming home. Bichette fires to the plate. The tag is in time.
Not really close.
1-0 pitch. That one a line shot up the gut. That's in for a base hit. They're waving Javi. The throw goes to third, so Sanoja will come in to score. It's an RBI pinch hit single for Lopez, and it's a one-run game. First pitch to Javier Sanoja on the way. And that one lined. That's into left center for a base hit, and the game is tied. Sanoja ties it up. This guy is on fire right now. We're knotted at 4. He reached out, he met it, and a little liner up the gut. Makes it a 4-4 ball game. Hill in from third, and there's one away. 0-1. Marcy swings. He lines it out to left center field. Varsho on the move. He won't get there. Otto comes in to score. Marcy gunning for second, and he's in there sliding. He's got an RBI double. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of the 10th. And Jacob Marcy is in scoring position with one away for Augustine Ramirez.
Marlins games, announcers, and more Marlins games. Did I get you in the upper Marlins?
Stream now.
Rocking and rolling here on the Marlins Radio Network, live from Lone Depot Park on a Sunday afternoon. The Marlins continue this homestand and look to get one this afternoon after dropping the first 2 to the Toronto Blue Jays. Yuri Perez, Kevin Gausman, they will be our matchup on the mound. Don't miss a moment of Marlins action. Download the iHeartRadio app and make Fox Sports 940 the top preset, and then listen to every Marlins game this season. Ahmed back in the studio. Big appreciation to him and what he's done throughout the season. Gabby Sanchez, Jack McMullen. Love those two very much. Let's get you our Expo question today. It is about Luis Castillo. Congratulations to him, Marlins legend, Hall of Fame, the final one of the class of 2025. We talked about the 35-game hit streak. Our question today, who was the pitcher that he got his 35th consecutive hit on? Hint, hint, he is an analyst on the Houston Astros radio network. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
What do I preach on this show? I preach authenticity, and I can't really tell you why there's reverse splits for Kevin Gausman. I know Gabby Sanchez knows. I also know Jack McMullen knows. They will break it down for you. But what I can tell you is he's got reverse splits. Righty's hitting 244 with a 693 OPS. Lefties 176 with a 574 OPS. Who's in the lineup today that's been red hot? Javier Sanoja. How about the last 2 games for Javi? 5 for 9, a home run, 4 RBIs, 2 runs, and a double. He's also made some incredible defensive plays at shortstop, at third base. Guy plays everywhere. I like him to have 2+ hits here tonight against the Toronto Blue Jays. Folks, I hope we got the hits for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Gabby Sanchez, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
I'm still going for it.